Om, welcome. I'm Sharada Devi, here again with you at the Ritualize Your Life Challenge, 36 days. And we are day 12. So welcome everyone. I'm so glad we were given another day to live. Welcome Ulrika, welcome Theo, welcome Carmen, welcome Roberta, welcome Sarah, welcome all those that are also watching the recording. So let's chant to Ganesha, the remover of all obstacles. This tiny little one that travels with me everywhere. And we chant to Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Aim Hrim Om Saraswatye Namaha. Aim Hrim Om Saraswatye Namaha. Aim Hrim Om Saraswatye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Okay. So with the blessings of the unseen factor, we call it the Daivam factor, we will be initiated into step number 12, which is dedicated to rest. And I feel it comes very appropriate. We've been initiated into many different steps, and it can feel overwhelming, like how am I going to incorporate all of these steps into my life? But let's remember that it doesn't matter how long each step is, it's just that moment of recognition. And we start to, we will find our own way, you will find your own way how to incorporate these steps. And we will see, like once we practice them, once we do it, once we integrate it, it becomes second nature. And you wake up and first thing, Anandoham. Second thing, Yogakshema iti prana panayoho. Like it starts to become like a habit. It becomes then, and then the habit turns into a way of living. And so right now, like the part in us that is learning, the great student, the devoted student is like, oh, I'm going to learn all of this, I'm going to incorporate, and maybe even feel overwhelmed. And then when we feel that, take a deep breath, feel our feelings, and when we feel overwhelmed, then especially we need rest. We need rest to assimilate all that we are learning, all these new habits that we are creating, and letting go of the old habits. And what happens is also when we start to do these new habits, like the old parts in us, or the parts that have been with us for a long time, they don't just want to die. They're like, what about me? Are you just going to forget about me? Because we also love snuggling in the bed, and we love snoozing, and we love also maybe just run out and go under the shower. Like we have our different ways that we have, the way we've been living and waking up or going about our day for a long time. And so to validate that, to also sometimes do that, like not to get into this rigidity and now it has to be like this in any way, to really find like, okay, slowly or quickly in your own pace, incorporate that. And then if you go back sometimes to old ways, that's okay also. Like there has to be space for that. And there has to be space sometimes for a snooze. There has to be space for forgetting to pray to the earth. Like all of that is human and is natural and normal. And then we are there, our own friend, our own mother, our own teacher, very gentle with ourselves, and just say, it's okay, like rest, rest, rest. It's okay to rest. So I'd love to hear from you. Have you felt, I know a few days ago we talked a little bit about overwhelm. Have any one of you felt a little bit overwhelmed, or maybe it has been very easy to incorporate it, just to know a little bit where you're at with these steps. If you feel, yes, this makes sense, I can incorporate this. Any questions that are there, please share with me in the comments, so I can tune into you and feel where you are at with all these steps of ritualizing your life. Ulrika says, been resting all day today, did nothing today. That's wonderful. Okay, so that's like we're all in sync with the topics. Wonderful. It's so important. I have many things planned today, actually. Philippa and I was here with me, and we had a lot of things on our list. And today was just a lot of calm, patient, resting, feeling. There were also some emotions today and some sacred tears. So I don't know if anyone else of you has felt some sacred tears coming up today. Sacred weather of emotion. We're also coming closer to the full moon, like so the intensity of the weather, the outside weather, inside weather, sometimes increases coming to the full moon, so there can be more emotions and more fire also, and then sometimes we feel a little bit impatient and we just want to get things done and do things, but like the full moon, it's a moment to actually, remember, yes, we can be in action and can engage, but it's also good to cool down, like the moon is actually cooling, and take a deep breath and give that rest in between. So, hey Maggie, so good that you're here, welcome. So happy to be here today. I've been watching the replays. Oh, wonderful to hear that. Lovely to hear. Love to hear how they have landed for you. Welcome, Katarina. So Theo is saying it's making sense and feeling beautiful. And also I'm just doing those which feel right in the day. Yeah. I'm feeling tired now after a while of rising at 3:45 a.m. for the lives, which is unusual for me. Wow. Yes, I really admire that, to wake up at 3:45 a.m. You're in Sydney. That's a big commitment to wake up. And I also have done that for these teachings, because I wanted to be there live, and we do gain so much from it. And then also at one point, like the tiredness can come, and so important to take rest. And so that's the reminder today of a rest after actually each action, so we have a moment to integrate all that is happening in our heart. So rest sounds very welcome. Wonderful. And Christine, I had a lot of time to repeat the satsangs and mantras while tending to the garden. Beautiful. Spending extra time with the words, feeling so smooth and beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I'm seeing you there in the garden. Christine has a very beautiful garden on the island of Branna in Sweden, and her garden is very yummy. Just like you. Beautiful to hear. Okay, welcome Sarah, Blue Mujer, Larissa, welcome. Okay, any comments that still come in, I will see them. But let's go into step number 12 then. I already shared with you. It is rest, and there's a goddess. Many of you probably know her. She is the goddess called Nidra-Devi. So, yesterday we dedicated the initiation towards movement and eyesight, so that we can see things clearly as they are, and the movement, like so that we are in movement, that we are in graceful movement, that we are in dharmic actions. And so when we are engaging a lot, especially doing sun salutation, I haven't posted the video yet, but Philippa and I, we're going to do it after, because we have these beautiful sunsets here, and we're going to record it, and we'll also share the mantras with you. Then we need a moment to rest and integrate. And so here is dedicated rest as goddess, and the prayer you can say is, in my rest I invoke the sacred. I rest and abide in your care. That's an invitation that you can say this prayer as you lie in Shavasana. Like Shavasana is known as the corpse pose. Asana, Shavasana, in the corpse pose, where we lie down and hold the hands flat up to the sky, open to grace, and going through the different body parts to help the body rest. And so in my rest, I invoke the circuit, I rest and abide in your care. And then you may ask, okay, in which care, in whose care? Well, in the care of the infinite loving Mother, in the care of the infinite, infallible, loving Father, in the infinite arms of Mother Earth, like that which represents for you unconditional love, unconditional support, that which represents for you the cause, we say, of this whole universe. Or in other words, God, Goddess. So that is my prayer. I rest in your care. And in the Vedic tradition, we have a goddess of rest, and her name is Nidra. Sleep, Nidra is a Sanskrit word, Nidra, Devi, they who shine in the form of rest. She, he, they who are in the form of rest. So, like here it says mudra, but like mudra means also gesture, but it's also an asana position that I take. Lie flat in Shavasana, scan through your whole body, and let every body part come to rest. And as you do that, you can make an intention. And so I thought for today that I actually guide you through a little Shavasana rest practice, because we've been learning a lot of mantras, many steps to simulate. I also gave a lot of teachings. These classes, these lives have been very deep. And so some of you also have reached out that, wow, it really is blowing your mind and it's so potent and it's also going very, very deep. So I thought, like, why not just guide a little Shavasana for you today, or yoganidrā. But before we're going to do that, we're going to look at the mantra of today, which is, you can chant after me, Om yoganidrā, Om yoganidrā, Om yoganidrā. So here we have Om. O is always 2 matra. Om. M is 1 matra, silence. So 3 matra in total. Om yoganidrā. Always long. Yoganidrā. And then the A has a long line on top. Yoganidrā. Devyai namaha. Om yoganidrā. Devyai namaha. And there on the dakara, yoganidrā, there we have invisible second dakara. So we place the tongue on the teeth and it stays a little bit longer there. Yoganidrā, yoganidrā, devyai namaha. And the ha has spread, so we untie all the knots of the heart. Om yoganidrā, devyai namaha. 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 2 more times. Om yoganidrā, devyai namaha. Om yoganidrā, devyai namaha. Namaha, my salutation, my reverence, my invocation to Devi, she, he, they who shine, Dev, Div, those who shine in the form of yoganidrā, in the form of the position, the gesture of sleep. Om, that which protects. So that is what we are invoking. And So when you also lie down, before you do your own Shavasana or your yoganidrā, you can also chant this mantra whenever you're invoking rest. And so I see there's a question, and then I'm going to go and guide a little rest practice. I love adding the rituals. It is so special and meaningful to me. That's wonderful to hear. Every day is different, but I try to integrate many of the steps in the flow of my day. Yes, perfect, right? That's the idea. Any of the steps, the water, anytime you drink water, you integrate that. Yesterday's step is maybe one of my favorites. Okay, lovely, with the sun, right? So anytime you can go and get the blessing of the sun, the movement. Wonderful. And then you were asking, please can you share the 12 names of the sun mantra? Yes, we will do that. I'm going to post it after this live. Om Mitraya namaha, Om Bhanave namaha. Very beautiful names. We'll share them. Sama Sama, thank you for being here with me. Okay, so I invite you to take a comfortable position. You can lay down if you wish, or you can also sit. But usually for rest, for Shavasana, we lay down. You can have a pillow underneath your knees. You can also have a blanket over you, maybe even cover your eyes. And if you're sitting, find a comfortable position, a happy position where you can rest, deeply rest. And so we are going to say, if that feels right for you, in my rest, I invoke the sacred. In my rest, I invoke the sacred. I rest and abide in your care. And so you can tell now the universe that you're going into a moment of rest and that you're invoking deep rest and the ability to let go, the ability to trust that you are taken care of, that the world will still be here after your rest. And so if you still have your eyes open, I invite you to take a moment and look around. Just let the natural eye gaze take place, the natural colors, the forms that are there, but not looking at anything in particular. Just seeing takes place. And you maybe notice the blinking of your eyes. The soft eyelid moves up and down like butterfly wings. Just let this sweetness of the butterfly wings of your eyelids caress your eyes and soften your eyes. And as you soften the eyes, the space between your eyebrows softens and your forehead. And you notice how the whole upper head, the back of your head starts to relax. And you start to take a deep inhalation through your nose. And then a deep exhalation out of your mouth. Deeply exhale all the way down. Your belly sucks in. And again, you inhale through the nose. And just still noticing the blinking of the eye, the relaxation of the head. And again, exhale out of your mouth. Maybe opening your jaw. And then one more time, inhale through the nose. Filling up these lungs, filling up the whole belly, your body. And again, exhaling with the sound. And the body becomes heavier and heavier and heavier. And as you exhale, the upper eyelid of your eyes begins to close softly until the upper eyelid touches the lower eyelid. And then you come into a natural inhalation through your nose, natural exhalation through your nose. your awareness behind your eye socket. And you notice this deep relaxation that comes from your eyes. Feels like a warm shower that comes from your eyes, and that warm shower starts to spread over your face. It showers down the back of your head, over your ears. And notice if there's still tension in your forehead or in your eyes, and if you still feel some tension, open the eyes very gently, very little bit. Notice again the blinking of the eye, inhaling through the nose, exhaling, and again you let the upper eyelid fall heavily onto the lower. And you do that as many times as you need in order to really abide in the rest, in the sacredness of resting, of letting go, of melting. And that relaxation that is born from your eyes, it melts down your spine, and wherever it moves, wherever it touches that area of your body, it starts to soften. Your shoulders, your right shoulder, your left shoulder. It showers down your spine all the way into your sacrum. That warm shower moves down the front of your body, over your throat, and relaxes your throat and the side of your neck. And maybe there are suddenly sounds coming, like burping or yawning, and you let the natural urges take place. Yawning, burping, sighing, and the relaxation that feels like a warm shower moves over your shoulders, your arms, your elbows, your wrists, your hands, your fingers, your palm. And your chest begins to soften. And your breasts, your nipples, your belly, the relaxation from your eyes moves down into your hips, into your genitals, to your buttocks, moves down all the way into your legs, your right leg, down your right knee, into your right calf, right foot, the sole of your right foot, the big toe, and all toes of the right foot. They're all touched by the relaxation that comes all the way from your eyes. Any hardness, any tension, you breathe into it, you welcome it, and you exhale it out. You melt it in the vibration of your sound. And then the relaxation moves down your left leg, your left thigh, your left knee, your left calf, your left shin, your left foot, your left sole of the foot, your heel, the top of your left foot, the left big toe, and all the other toes, the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. And again, from your eyes, that relaxation, it becomes bigger, more expansive, and takes over your whole beautiful body temple. And begin to scan your body. Like, see, is there any part in your body that is still tense, that feels blocked, but maybe feels even left out. Maybe the armpit hasn't been fully paid attention to, or the ear lobe, and just hear the voice of your body and all those parts that also want to be touched by your grace, that also want to be kissed by your sweet lips. And so bring your loving awareness, your relaxation, your care to those parts, and let them melt in your embrace. And the breath becomes longer, the inhalation becomes deeper, yet softer at the same time. And it feels as if your whole body is breathing. Your whole body feels like a balloon, and you're inhaling into the fullness of this body, giving back life, prana, and you exhale. The micro tension. Maybe you notice there is some anxiety in your body somewhere stored. And you exhale that anxiety. And then inhale rest, lightness, and fill up this whole body of yours. Receive the air given, the space given, the warmth given. Feel your body and exhale. In the exhalation, the restlessness is released. Exhaling restlessness. And then again, inhale through your nose and feeling the air through your nostrils, and how this beautiful air, Vayudeva, fills your whole body. And your air starts to move into all the different corners, all the different parts, into all the nadis, sacred energetic channels. And you feel how this prana is enlivening your body. And at the same time, at the exhalation, letting go of whatever you've been holding on to today, any agenda, the agenda for an answer, the agenda to know something, the agenda for someone to call you back. You let go of it now. And again, inhaling, rest. Your body feels lighter in the inhalation, And on the exhalation, whatever else is left now, you exhale it out, you let it go. Inhaling, receiving the prana, the air, the space, the warmth of the elements. Exhaling. And together we invoke she, he, they who shine in the form of rest, that which gives us deep rest. Nidra Devi. Om yoganidrā devyai namaha. Om yoganidrā devyai namaha. And you can just listen, you need not chant, you can also just listen or repeat in your mind. Om yoganidrā devyai namaha. Resting in the silence. Om yoganidrā devyai namaha. Om yoganidrā devyai namaha. Om yoganidrā devyai namaha. Om yoganidrā devyai namaha. My heartfelt invocation to that which grants deep rest. I invoke the sacred in the form of rest. I abide in the sacred as rest. There is nothing for me to be done. Everything is already done by everyone. And in reality, from the standpoint of the self, myself, nothing is ever done. From the standpoint of myself, the truths of my existence, there is no doer. There are no transactions. There is no karma. There is no giver, no receiver. There is no transformation. And there is no result. From the standpoint of myself, there is only rest as existence, as awareness, as love. As love as I abide. As love, I abide. of the ocean, I abide, knowing myself as the floating water, the water that's in and through the ocean, the water that is in and through the wave. But from the standpoint of water, there is no wave, there is no ocean, there is only water. Water is the sara, the essence of the infinite ocean. You are the sara, the essence of this world, of all the experiences. You are the truth. And in that, you abide as yourself. Om yoganidrā devyai namaha. Om yoganidrā devyai namaha. Om yoganidrā devyai namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. So with this we conclude our Shavasana, rest, yoganidrā ritual initiation. I invite you to just be in your, wherever you are at, if you're lying or sitting, just continue to rest a little bit longer. I send you my love here, from my heart to yours. Thank you so much for being here again today, day 12. And if we wake up, I'll see you tomorrow for day 13. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Thank you everyone.